Welcome to this lesson in Tom's classroom. So today's learning objective is to represent numbers from 0 to 99 by partitioning into tens and ones. Before we get started, just like to remind you and please ask that you subscribe to the channel if you like the content that we produce. By subscribing, you will be notified when new lessons are uploaded, and the more people who subscribe, the more videos we can produce. So as we get into the lesson, we need to remind ourselves what these two pictures actually are pictures of. So this picture of the individual cube here, the yellow cube, that represents a 1. Now these are pictures of base 10, so if you're actually in the classroom, you'll be able to use these equipment. But because we're online, this is a picture of a base 10 cube, and that represents 1, a single 1. So here we have got 1, 1. Now the stick here represents 10 ones, and we call that 1, 10 because it's one stick of 10. We'll just count them up to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So whenever we see this, we know that that represents the number 10. So here we've got Molly, who says that her number has 3 10s and 4 1s. And Jay says that his number has 1 more 10. So let's break down these numbers and see what numbers they've got. We'll start off with Molly. So on the right hand side here, we've got a part-whole model. And this lets us write in how many Molly has. And it helps us break it down into how many 10s and how many 1s. When we're doing this, we start off with the 1s. So looking here, we know that we have got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 1s. And then how many sticks of 10 has Molly got? Well, Molly's got 3 sticks of 10. We know that 3 sticks of 10 represents the number 30. Because if we count them in tens, we get 30. We could always count them one by one, but the point of having them in tens is that we don't have to waste that time. So let's count them in tens to check. 10, 20, 30. So we've got a 30 and a 4. Put them together, and that part whole makes the number 34. So Molly's number is 34. Let's check Jay's. Now the same process, we'll do the same thing. So how many 1s has Jay got? Well, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 4 1s. And how many 10s has Jay got? We know that 1, 2, 3, 4 10s. But because this is a 10, we know that those 4 10s actually represent the number 40. Because if we count in 10s 4 times, we get to 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. So putting them together, we have the number 44. Whose number's bigger? Is it Jay's or is it Molly's? We know it's Jay's because they've got more. So these is the same concept, but it's bags of sweets. Now each bag has 10 sweets inside. So we know that one bag represents one group of 10. But we've got some on the outside here, so let's count these up and put these into our 1s, because these are 1s, individual 1s, little ones on their own, not enough to make a group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 1s. And how many groups of 10? We've got 4 groups. So let's count them in 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40. So let's regroup that number. It's currently partitioned into its 10s and its 1s. It's 45, because 40 and 5 make 45. We've got another one here, but we're back to being represented with the base 10 images. So what number is shown below? Let's pause the video here. See if you can do it yourself. And when you've worked it out, come back to check your answer. You can do this on paper or on a whiteboard if you've got one spare. I'm going to give you the answer in 5 seconds, so pause it here. So hopefully you've done that and you're ready to check. So let's do our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 ones. And how many tens? We've got 1, 2, 3. I don't need to do that. I can count in tens, can't I? It saves me time. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So we've got 60 here and 8 here. Let's regroup them together. And that makes the number 68. Did you get it right? Let's try another one to check. So again, what number's shown below? We'll do the same as the last question here. So pause the video and I'm going to give you the answer in 5 seconds. Right, let's see how you got on. So we'll always start with the ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you might say, why are you counting them all the time when you can look at that and you know that it's 5? I just don't want to make a mistake. So let's look at how many tens we've got. This time I'm going to count them in tens. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, which means we've got 8 tens, which represent the number 80. So let's regroup them together. And we've got the number 85. This time we're going to work the other way around. I've given you the number here. In this case, it's at number 18. And we need to partition this number. So let me do this one for you and show you and model it to you. And then we've got a few questions for you to do independently. So first off, I will make the number 18 using the base 10 images. But I'm also going to write the number 18 at the top of our part-whole model. I'm going to start with the ones. And I'm going to bring up 8 ones, because I know that we've got 8 ones, because this is the ones column and it's showing a number 8. The tens column of our number is showing the number 1, so we've got one group of 10. So here we've got the number 18. So let's put this into our part-whole model. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones. And how many tens? We've got 1 10, and we know that 1 10 represents 10. So 18 is partitioned into 10 and 8. Let's see if you can do the next one on your own. I'm going to give you the answer in 5 seconds, so pause the video and work it out. Right, let's see. So we'll put 13 at the top of our part-whole model and we'll partition it into its ones and tens. So the number 13 has 3 ones, because the 3 here is in the ones column, and it has 1 10. So let's write 3 ones and 1 10, but we know that 1 10 actually represents the number 10. So 13 is made up of 10 and 3. Same round again. Let's do the next one. I'm going to give you the answer in 5 seconds. So I'm not going to use the base 10 now because I think I've spotted a pattern. I think I just need to look at the ones column and the tens column. Oh, I've swapped that round. The ones column and the tens column. So let's put our number in at the top. And in the ones column, we have a number 5 ones. And in the tens column, we have the number 2, which means 2 tens. Let's count up in tens. 10, 20. So 2 tens gives us the number 20. So 25 is partitioned into 20 and 5. This time we are regrouping. So I've already partitioned the number for you. Can you see if you can regroup that number that I've partitioned? You should be able to do that quite quickly. But if you need help, you can use the base 10. If you don't have any base 10, you can also draw it out on a piece of paper or a whiteboard. Do you know the answer? Well, I'll do this one and I'll give you one to do. So we've got 6 ones, so let's pull up 6 ones. And I know that 6 ones, this is the ones column, so we're going to put a 6 in there. And 50 tens. Well, it's not 50 tens, it's tens that make up the number 50. So how many tens do we need? So let's, 1, that's 10, 20, 30, 40, I'm going to run out of space here, and I'll put it here, 50. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. So 50 and 6 make the number 56. How about this one? You have a try, pause the video, and come back when you're ready. So let's have a look. So we've got 2 ones. Bring these up. And we've got 60. But it's not 60 tens. It's how many tens that make the number 60. So let's count them. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I gave myself enough space this time. So we've got 2 ones. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens. So 2 ones and 6 tens gives us the number 62. Well done everyone, so that's the end of today's lesson in Tom's classroom, where we were representing the numbers from 0 to 99 by partitioning them into tens and ones. Now to keep practicing this, what you can do is get some cubes or counters and count out the number, any random number. Ask your friends or your parents to give you a random number between 0 and 99, and then count out those numbers of cubes or counters or Smarties or chocolates or anything you want, and then try and partition it into a part-part whole model. But just to recap, what we've done today is we've used images to make 2-digit numbers, we've used base 10 to make 2-digit numbers, we've partitioned 2-digit numbers, and we've also regrouped 2-digit numbers. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please do click subscribe if you have enjoyed what we've done today. The more viewers that subscribe, the more content that we can produce, and you'll also be notified when we do upload a new lesson.